Today we make this simple ladder blanket rack to go in the nursery at my brother and sister-in-law's house. Studio Epic. I have my dot block set up to cut 17 inches. I'm going to go ahead and cut both of my 2x6s into 17-inch pieces. I'm cutting these next boards at 22.5 degrees. Now I'm going to cut these boards 5 foot long. I measured from this, the longest point down here, all the way down to get my 5 foot mark. So I made marks at 3, 15, 27, and 39. Now I'm going to go back and make those lines across both of these boards that I've clamped together. And the reason why I did that, I didn't really explain, is because you can barely see where I have patterns drawn here. This is where the boards are going to go for the ladder part. I'm now drilling holes to put dowels into that you'll see here in just a minute. It's kind of confusing right now, but as we move along in the project, you'll start to understand exactly what I'm doing. This is where things can get a little bit complicated, so I'm going to do my best to explain. For each end of the ladder rack section here, I added glue to the holes and to the end of the boards. I then came back and drove the dowels into this. Whenever I finished the project, these dowels look really good in there, but these dowels were way bigger than I should have used. I should have used probably at least half the size I used, maybe not quite half, but should have for sure used smaller. So what I did is I would drill out each pilot hole through there, go back, add glue, and then add glue to the dowel and drive it in. I intentionally left the dowel sticking out just a little bit so they would be flush and I could trim them off in a later step. But I did this for each one of the sections, and I'm not going to show another one because this gets kind of repetitive. And this was a long process. I've cut this down a lot. It took a long time. Now I came back with my multi-tool and I just cut these off. This first one is showing you how long it actually took to cut each one of these dowels, which was about 15 seconds. Here I'm going to speed it up so that you can see me get through this pretty quickly. It's actually kind of amazing. On the other side, we flip this bad boy over, and man, I just cut through these things like butter. I actually sanded every one of these boards before I put them together. So when I went back to do the sanding, I just had to sand where I got glue and then where the joints were at. It actually didn't take too long to knock out the sanding. I hate watching myself stain or polyurethane something, but I show it anyway. And by the way, this video was probably one of the most challenging videos for me to edit. There was so much footage that I had, and some of it wasn't very good because
putting the dowels in was a lot harder than it looked in the video. And the camera wasn't always in a good location because I was struggling with it, so I ended up blocking the camera and things. But nonetheless, I was able to get it finished, and here is the finished product.
So I finished the quilt rack, and this is going to go in the nursery again. I don't know if I told you guys that or not, I can't remember. But this is going to go in the nursery. Just hangs baby, this is going to hang baby quilts on it. There's these 4 ladders that'll each hold a quilt, or maybe if you want to hold more than one. So this was a pretty easy project. It was pretty cool getting to use the dowels in it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you would take a moment and hit that subscribe button over on the screen, that'll let you know whatever I have coming out next and let you stay in tune with all my videos. Thanks again for watching, and as always, y'all will see me next time.